I recently came across a set of charts during my Sunday scaries that made me both depressed and enlightened at the same time. These charts come from the American Time Use Survey, an annual census from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics that tracks how Americans spend their time, such as time with friends, family, children, partners, and coworkers. Usually, when it comes to anything in life, we expect, or at least hope, that whatever it is, it trends upwards. More food, more money, more space, more happiness. It's all about growth. But these charts tell a very different and rather depressing story. If you look at the top left chart, especially the one pertaining to time spent with friends, you will see a sharp decline in the chart very early on in our lives, around our mid-30s, that never recovers. A similar story can be said of the remaining charts, such as time spent with family, children, coworkers, or a partner. There's an initial increase early in life, followed by a sharp reversal later in our lives. The only chart that keeps trending upwards, time spent with ourselves alone. This category is the only one that rapidly accelerates from age 40 until death. This probably sounds sad, maybe even dire, yet it also highlights something profound: the importance of finding comfort in being with ourselves. The reality is this: people enter our lives and eventually leave. We have little control over how long they will be with us. However, what we can control is whether we nurture the connections we have or seek out new ones to slow the inevitable shrinking of our social circle. While seeing these charts didn't exactly assuage my Sunday scaries, the realization that reality could still look different from what these charts were foreshadowing was certainly eye-opening. It was almost as if these charts were warning me of the impending doom of my future social life if I chose to let life happen at its current pace. As the saying goes, it all goes downhill from here. This then begs the question: do I let gravity take over, or is there a reason I should defy the natural course? Evolution has hardwired us to seek connection. For thousands of years, our ability to cooperate allowed us to effectively hunt, fend off predators, and protect one another. Being able to connect, communicate, and cooperate well provided the benefit of strength and safety in numbers. This teamwork not only kept us alive, but it also ensured that we raised the next generation to do the same, passing down our traits, including the deep drive to belong. Psychology echoes this truth. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, once our basics like food, water, shelter, and safety are met, the very next thing we crave is belonging, which is typically found through our family, friends, romantic partner, and broader social networks. You might be wondering, this is all great to know. We need connection, but why the emphasis on time spent with friends? We all know that family and romantic relationships are important. So is it really all that important to spend time with friends? Or even have friends in the first place? The short answer is yes, friends do matter. What really differentiates and makes friendships crucial for our lives versus time spent with family or a romantic partner is that friendships involve both choice and diversity. We don't choose our biological family, so whether we want to or should maintain a healthy relationship with them is dictated by chance. While it's true that we can choose our romantic partner, it can be challenging to have that one partner satisfy all of our emotional needs. Whether that is partaking in our niche hobbies or liking all our preferences, expecting a partner to be exactly like us or to fully support and participate in all of our endeavors can place undue pressure on the relationship. This is where friendships shine. They take some of the pressure off of our significant other to be the one to fulfill all of our needs. In fact, friends reflect different aspects of ourselves. One friend shares our passion for niche hobbies, another gives us perspective and advice, and yet another simply makes us laugh. Rather than having your partner wear all the hats in the relationship, friendships allow some of those hats to be distributed among different people, which enables your partner to wear fewer hats that best suits their strengths to meet your needs in the relationship. Furthermore, science supports the powerful role that high-quality friendships play in satisfying our emotional needs. A meta-analysis of 38 studies found that people with strong friendships are less prone to mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. But when people are deprived of friends or are surrounded by bad friends, they become 2 times more likely to die prematurely, which is even worse than the effects of smoking 20 cigarettes per day. In essence, loneliness and terrible company kills, whereas good friendships nourish the mind and body. When we are around friends, our blood pressure is more stable, we become less stressed, and difficult tasks even feel less challenging. Left to inertia, living our lives the way it is, we are likely going to experience a sudden decline in our time with friends around our mid-30s that may never truly recover. And this is not entirely our fault. Being alone in our society today is becoming an increasingly easier option. While technology is providing more ways for us to connect, it's also lowering our threshold for risk-taking in social settings. It's so much easier to hide behind a screen, like I'm doing right now, to avoid the awkwardness, vulnerability, and even joy that in-person interactions bring. If you're an introvert, you might think the concept of solitude sounds amazing, and it's true. Being alone can be beautiful, but don't let it become the default option due to circumstance. Let it be the path you actively choose. Be intentional. Unfortunately, in this ever-increasing digitized world, maintaining our friendships is becoming more challenging, which allows solitude to become more prevalent. This is problematic because we miss out on the benefits of friendships when we accept the status quo of cruising through life in solo mode. Even more troubling is that the acceptance of being alone as the default state encourages the perception that friendships are extraneous, the optional sprinkles on a cake rather than the cake itself. However, friendships are the cake, the fundamental piece in our lives that contributes to our sense of well-being. They add another wonderful dimension to our lives that other relationships can't bring. And because of that, we need to cherish them and set time aside to nourish them. This can look as simple as scheduling time in your calendar to reach out to your friends, letting them know you are thinking about them, and carving time to meet up and create new memories with them. Since the topic is on the importance of friendships, I also want to take a moment to thank my own friends. Thank you for being a source of joy and inspiration in my life. I want to let you know that I appreciate you. I cherish our times together, and I can't wait to continue creating new memories with you in the future. And to you, the viewer, my hope is that you will feel inspired to do the same. Cherish your friends, reach out today, pass along your gratitude, and start defying the gravity of decline today for the people who make life worth living.